Hey, what's up? In this video we are going to discuss 5 side effects of toxic relationships. We all in the past were in at least one toxic relationship, and we need to know what can be potential side effects and how it can affect our life in negative way. So stay with me till the end. First, less energy. If we are in toxic relationships or in a relationship, we will have definitely less energy. We will need more sleep, and we will get trouble to get sleep in a normal hour. And our sleep will not be deep. Because if we are struggling with these people, we get a lot of emotions, but these emotions are not necessarily positive, and they are affecting our nervous system. And we have problem with energy. We need to drink more coffee in order to stay on legs, because otherwise we will have problem. Because if we have too low energy, we cannot function on a proper level, because we are essentially energy on a spiritual level. And these people can drain our energy totally and give us this kind of negative energy. So we can feel, on the other hand, energized by these people, but it will be in a negative way. Second side effect of toxic relation is less motivation. If you have hobbies, you have passions, you have interests, you will have less motivation. And nowadays we struggle a lot with motivation. We want to feel motivated to do this, to spend our days productively, but we don't have motivation to do this. And we don't see what's the problem. We only claim, I don't have motivation, but we don't search what is the reason why we don't have motivation, and we don't search for ways how to increase this. If you will cut contact with the toxic people in your life, I promise your motivation will be 10 times higher than normally. If you will spend time especially more alone, and you will connect with yourself more, not only with other people, because usually, this is topic for another video. 3, toxic traits. You can be a beautiful person, but if you will engage yourself too much in a toxic relationship, you can get bad toxic traits, and these people can throw it into you and you will absorb it. You can be very, very good person for others, but such kind of relationships can change you in a way that you will be unrecognizable by the people in a negative way. There are some people that can stay in these relationships and stay kind, but in most cases we get these negative traits that we don't want, and later we struggle to uproot them from our life. Because having negative traits affect us negatively, because we cannot, in some cases, we cannot perceive them, but other people see that we change in this way, in this way. That's why we need to develop self-consciousness, because later we can see traits in ourselves, our behavior, that we want to eradicate, and we can decide consciously with which we want to replace them in order to become again the person that we wanted to be, that we were when we were positive people. 4 is not able to love people. Love is art. It's not something that all can do in age of 20 to 80. When we are kids, we can love unconditionally, and later through the social conditioning, through some hard experiences, through the beliefs that we get, we struggle to love deeply. We feel positive emotions about some people, but we lose this ability to love completely, and toxic relationships can deplete our ability to love people completely. We can turn into narcissists, we can turn into manipulators, and we can basically lose ability to love. That's probably one of the worst things that can happen to human, if a human stops to love others, to love himself. Because if we love ourselves, it's much easier to love others, because when we love ourselves, we love ourselves, we understand that by the nature we are all the same, we are connected on some level, and then we will love other people. even if they are doing bad things. We will not go and hug them and tolerate all their behaviors, but we will understand that they have potential to be a loving human being. But in a lot of cases, we are destroyed by our experiences, by what we do, by people that we surround ourselves with, and by our conscious decisions. You need to know that decisions that we make in our life should be conscious. I know that our subconsciousness is a big part of our life and we do a lot of things in an automatic way, but essential decisions should be made consciously. 5 is addiction. Wait, there are 2 things that you can get addicted to the substances, to cigarettes, to drugs, but you can also get addicted to these people, because these people give you some emotions. They animate your life in some way, maybe negative way, but they're making it kind of more interesting if you're struggling with boredom. And sometimes on this subconscious, unconscious level, it's better for us to engage in these kinds of toxic relationships than to stay in a home and to do nothing, to live in this humdrum. You need to realize this, that we as humans have some basic, deep needs rooted in ourselves that needs to be fulfilled. And when they are not fulfilled, we are sometimes looking desperately for ways to fulfill them, even in a toxic ways. We look for these kind of people, these toxic people, because if we are afraid to meet these positive people, we think that we don't deserve them. We are looking just for people to spend time with, and we don't look for specific qualities. We don't look who these people are. We just want to spend time with these people, maybe because we don't want to appear as lone wolves. We want to look as we have a lot of friends. That's totally negative. And yes, we can also get addicted to smoking, to drinking. Why? First, because toxic people usually have addictions. They have a lot of bad habits. We can also get it from them easily, because we are humans are learning through observation. And if you rationally know that these addictions are bad, you can still get them, because if you try it once, it can get you a lot of pleasure, and later you want to repeat it, because that's the easy way to make your brain satisfied for a second, but not in the long term. That's all for today's video. I hope you liked it. So subscribe my channel, leave a comment, like, and see you in the next video.